Your set's equipped with EasyMate magnetically operated knuckle couplers, which allow you to perform real railroad switching and yard operation. In this section, we'll go over the basics of EasyMate operation so you can become a real railroad yard master. As you have seen, coupling two cars with EasyMate couplers is simply a matter of pushing them together when they are not over the undertrack magnet. And, as is standard with all magnetically operated knuckle couplers, uncoupling occurs only when couplers are positioned over the undertrack magnet and when there's no tension between them. Watch how the couplers move when they are over the undertrack magnet. Also note that couplers pulled over a magnet with constant tension between them will not uncouple. To uncouple EasyMate couplers, stop two couplers directly over the undertrack magnet. With no tension between the cars, the couplers will open automatically. If you wish to drop the uncoupled cars where they are, simply move the locomotive forward, leaving the uncoupled cars behind. If you wish to push the uncoupled cars to another location on your railroad, make sure the couplers are set in the open position over the magnet by pulling the locomotive a short distance away from the dropped cars, and then backing slowly across the magnet. With your couplers set in the open position, you can push the dropped cars to any location beyond the undertrack magnet. After you have pushed the cars to their desired location, simply pull the locomotive forward. The dropped cars will remain in place and the couplers will return to their normal closed position. With a little practice, you can give the dropped cars a bit of a kick to push them to their desired location. This is especially fun when you've expanded your railroad with switches and track sidings. In any case, to recouple any two cars, gently push them together again. If cars will not couple, check to be sure they are not positioned over the uncoupling magnet or parked on a curve. If cars will not uncouple, check to be sure the couplers are positioned directly adjacent to the magnet position indicator and that the indicator is placed in line with the center line of the undertrack magnet. Also check to be sure the magnet is securely attached to the underside of the track and fitted with the steel plate provided. Here's an action checklist for you to follow if your train doesn't run or stops running. Make sure the power supply is plugged into a live receptacle. Make sure all locomotives and car wheels are on the track. Check to make sure all wiring is secure. Check to make sure the track is properly assembled. And if your train hits a bump or derails anywhere along the track, that section of track may not be properly seated in the rail joiner. Check once again to make sure all track is properly installed. If your train stops or fails to start, a short circuit may be indicated. If this is the case, unplug the power supply immediately. There are several common causes for short circuits that are easily corrected. Derailed wheels may cause a short, so check to make sure all wheels are on the track. Also check all connections and be sure that no metal of any sort is across the rails, including metal-coated holiday tinsel, ornament hooks, or tools. After checking everything carefully, resume operation. Please note that your power supply is protected by a circuit breaker that automatically resets after a short circuit is corrected. You should allow up to 5 minutes for the circuit breaker to reset before resuming operation. For safety reasons, never leave your train running unattended. And when you are not operating your train for short periods of time, you should always turn the speed control dial to 0. If you will not be operating your train for longer periods of time, be sure to unplug the power supply as well.